Live.
Are we go? I think we are. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 10th of November, 2014. Strips and tips, and this week we've got a special friend along, haven't we, Davey?
Yes, we do.
What
Hello.
on earth are you doing?
I'm trying to be sexy.
Huh?
I'm trying to be sexy.
Well, okay, well, we've got a guest. You had to do this now, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Especially for the guest.
okay, well, this is very quickly. Mark Divinowski, everybody. Mark, help.
Well, huh?
What is wrong with you people?
Hello,
Sorry,
Mark. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Well, thank
With
you.
me and Andy. Andy, I have to ask you a question.
What?
Find me sexy?
I'll worry about you, mate. Titles.
Should I get the magic sponge? That's a keeper. Try that again. Oh man. Numpty. And that's a wrap.
I really don't know what to say about David Malik, other than what I say in the titles.
Right, can we just explain this, okay? Because of what's been going on today, there was a reason. Because apparently, e-cigs are being... how do you put it? Andy, how do you put it?
Well, I believe the term mildly pornographic was used.
Yes, semi-pornographic. That was the one.
Well, I'll tell you now, I didn't get a semi.
Neither did I. I don't get one a lot nowadays anyway. But the thing is, it's all about this advert, isn't it? There's an advert going out tonight, and they're saying it's semi-pornographic, which it is not. But we'll get to that in a bit, because there was another advert that went out this morning on another channel. So now we're able to advertise e-cigs. What are your thoughts on all this?
Well, now as always, we have our chat pre-show, right?
Yeah.
We spend most of Monday sort of rushing about, getting bits together, and of course, my other half decided to ring me and say loose women, and of course, it brought all this advert to my attention. Now, I was mistaken. I'll be honest. I thought we were allowed to use e-cigs in adverts, but apparently we can. So The other thing that struck me as well, this advert, I think, has been on TV before, but it might have been before the rigmarole about advertising, and then the Advertising Standards Agency settled on what you can and can't do. It might have even been a different company, actually. But it's one of those, isn't it? Of course, I personally think it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, right? It's a sort of advert I'd write, I suppose, you know, but it'd be clearly tongue-in-cheek. I mean, it just escapes me where this upset has come from. Okay, the original advert was way too much. I believe Vapor Trails looked at this advert a long time ago, did we not? Davey?
I'm not sure. We'll have to check with that. Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yes, we did. Okay, and it was ridiculously, overtly sexualized. Then they did a cut-down version, which wasn't that bad. And, of course, as we were doing our research through the day, we found another advert, as mentioned, which I think, personally, is clearly acted poorly, but you know, it was still, I think, possibly the way forward.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, and I think we actually have the video that we can play out, can't we?
Shall we pop that up now? Can we pop that up, please, guys?
I used to smoke normal cigarettes, but after I quit, I tried these. I actually prefer them.
The first thing my husband said was that my clothes don't smell smoke anymore.
Easy to refill, easy to use.
Lots of different flavours to choose from. I'll never try them all.
The battery lasts a lot longer than my old e-cigarettes.
Juicy peach, that's my favourite.
This week.
20% off your first order online at kik.co.uk.
So there you go. That's the first advert, kik.co.uk. Not advertising them at all, but they have put the first advert out there, and that went out this morning. So that's obviously gone out after, before this whole VIP advert kerfuffle started. That to me is a better advert than the other one, but like you said, Andy, the other one is more tongue-in-cheek. It's having a laugh. Mark, what do you think about it all?
Well, obviously, it's probably one of the first ads. In fact, this is probably the first time I've seen this ad, where e-cig use is actually shown, as opposed to just hinting at it. I mean, we've seen, I'm sure there was another e-cig advert out there that, where, you know, the family in a room, there's kids playing, and a man walks out, but there's no actual use. But I think it's a step in the right direction to actually see e-cig use in an advert. But
yeah, I completely agree. So we've just watched the KIK one.
Mm-hmm.
Can we have a look at the VIP one and compare them?
I'm intrigued about this one, actually, because I haven't seen it yet.
Find out why 89% of our consumers said they prefer VIP over other brands. VIP e-cigarettes and e-liquids. Quality assured. VIP.
Is that it?
Yeah. And there's a shorter one as well, so if we can show that as well, please.
The great taste of VIP e-cigarettes and e-liquids. VIP.
And there you go. That is it. That is it. So I don't understand what all the right, let's go back to this Loose Women program.
What the hell?
Apparently that's semi-pornographic. Come on.
What are they watching?
Yeah.
I'm a grown red-blooded male. It's very sort of well known that I like shenanigans.
Yes.
That was just a rather silly looking woman, glamorized quite a bit, admittedly, having a vape.
Exactly, and this is right. So let's get on to this then, because there's three things that have come out in the media today regarding this advert. The first one is glamorizing smoking and vaping being glamorized. So, is it glamorous? I don't think so.
Do we look glamorous?
Yeah,
Well.
exactly. Now, people have, in advertising, they've been using attractive women, good-looking blokes all the time. We all know sex sells. So why not have an attractive woman having a vape and then promote the product?
But haven't they done that with NRT? I remember reading in the Skype chat earlier that some patch adverts had lovely, sexy ladies riding on a motorbike. Now that's going to get my attention because I like sexy ladies and I like motorbikes. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody in those adverts are doing this. Please welcome everybody, the ubiquitous David Dawn, who has information.
Hello, good evening, how are you? Everybody all right? It's just come to me. When the press release for the VIP adverts was put out, they directed everybody to a little Dropboxy type thing, you know, like Dropbox, Google Drive, all that kind of thing, where there were 3, count them, videos stored. One of which was a cut down version of the original over-sexualized blowjob style advert, and I use that term advisedly. My understanding is that the 2 adverts that we've just played out are the ones that they're going to be running with for the next 5 weeks, but I'm guessing that the powers that be at the various different TV and radio stations have looked at the one that was cut down from prior, which my understanding is they're not going to be using. But I've also got to say, it's my estimation, and I'm not alone in this one, that VIP intended to create controversy in order to get much, much more coverage for their brand and product. And they succeeded effectively in getting it advertised on every BBC radio station throughout the country.
Well, that's the point as well, isn't it? It's, you know, they're getting their brand out there, and that's something that was on Loose Women as well. Where that, I don't know what her name is, the blonde woman, she was talking about saying, oh, but they're just advertising the brand, they're not saying it's healthier. Well, first of all, they can't say it's healthier because of that. That's one of the guidelines of advertising. And secondly, of course, they're going to promote the brand. Every company will promote the brand if they can. You know, Sony, Samsung, Microsoft, Apple, everyone will do that. So, of course, they're going to promote the brand. And they're going to try and stir up as much publicity as they possibly can. And with all the websites covering it and Loose Women covering it and whoever else is going to cover it, it's just going to drum up more publicity and help the company in the long term.
Here's a question. Do we now, let's play devil's advocate here and just straight up say, yes, that's what VIP have done. They've deliberately created a furore. They deliberately left that original cut down advert in the Dropbox thing. So people pick up on it and go, oh my god, think of the turbans. Right? Do we agree with this? Chat as well, give us your comments on this. Is this good for the, or we'll say the community?
I will say yes, it is, because it's showing people. Now, if you look at both of the ads, they're not using cigalikes. They're using ego-style batteries with CE4s or C5s or whatever on top. So it's showing people that the cigalikes you find in your general newsagents or supermarket, those aren't what's the norm. And I think more and more people will see these and go, oh, hang on, what's that? And so they'll look into it, and so it will widen the community. Mark, what do you reckon?
Well, I mean, I think, despite all this supposed controversy that's been caused, a lot of companies go by the rule of any publicity is good publicity. Now, what I was wanting to make a point of, are we surprised that these ads have come under fire? Because, I mean, companies have been doing things like this for God knows how many years. It should be considered the norm by now. Why is it that people are still being shocked of companies doing something radical to try and advertise a product?
I think if I might jump in, the issue is not so much with the adverts that are actually going to be aired, and I think the first one is airing around about now on ITV and Grantchester. In the first ad section in Grantchester is when it's going out, so anybody that's got that on the telly will be able to see what it is. I can't see it from here. But if the two adverts, the VIP adverts that we've played out on here, are the ones that are actually going to go out, they're not sexualizing or glamorizing anything. I mean, you use a pretty lady or you use a pretty man, handsome man, whichever. What you don't do is put somebody that looks like me on the telly going, I was an thing, and I ought to get one of the smoky hole, because that's going to sell nothing. They're advertising what? Say that again?
You need to advertise these things. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. No, I mean, there's been discussion on this all over the place today. Lorian Jolly, bless her, Carillion Sea, has been all over the world and back on I don't know how many different radio stations, 4 or 5 to my knowledge, and I think she's got pre-recorded bits elsewhere as well, covering all of this. I've been covering it up here with Radio Tees, and you know, it looks as though originally we heard earlier on in the day that Clive Bates was going to be up against Martin McKee. Now, I was going to say Nanny McPhee there for a minute. I can't.
No, the resemblance is uncanny.
I just can't. Something to do with the typo in the newspaper, but yeah, he was supposed to be up against Professor McKee on Channel 5. However, that got dumped in favour of the first one to air, the Kick one, with Shirley Kramer from the Royal Society of Public Health, yet another organisation to do with public health. There's millions of the damn things. Anyway, it was a good-humoured, well-conducted interview. The interviewer on Channel 5 was playing devil's advocate quite nicely, and it all seemed, you know, quite friendly. And I still don't know what the fuss is about, frankly. But it looks as though Channel 5 discovered this, we'll just drop an advert in that we're not going to use that's really not very good. And they worked out that that actually wasn't the case, and they didn't get mugged, unlike the BBC and various other places.
Good points, good points. Shall we, there's a fair amount of comments here for the chat. One of my favourites is from Lena Marie Popper Tolson. I'm much more turned on by the prospect of legalised vaping than someone trying to sexualise it.
Yeah.
Totally agreed.
Bill Roth has been as annoyed by it all day. I'd never know how to say this, so I'm just going to call him the Gourds. They said e-cigs are not tobacco. I thought that was awesome. Marco Van Basten, our very own Marco, quite a good ad, apart from the strange way they were holding e-cigs. Let's face it, they were paid actors.
Well, yeah, they've got to try and show the product that they're selling, but even so, I mean, the way she was holding it in that VIP advert, the poor lass must have been in pain, and there's no way she could press the button sensibly. She'd only get one drag of it, and then she'd broken her finger.
I wouldn't be
about that Kick advert that I did notice that could be sexual. She said peaches.
No, juicy peaches.
Juicy peaches, yes.
Oh, I'm a big fan of the juicy peach, I am. And I particularly like a nice juicy nectarine. Oh, get your tongue in that and pull the stone out.
Juicy peaches, get in my belly.
Oh, please, sexualisation of it. I have seen nothing in any of those 3 adverts that either glamorises or sexualises e-cigs. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Newt.
I want to go back very briefly to the point that Andy made about the paid actors. I wouldn't be surprised by judging by the way that they were awkwardly holding these products, that they were probably using zero nick anyway, just to make sure that they don't bow down to the devil that is vaping and all the rest of it.
Interesting comment from our very own Gary Dibley. The brand is created by the ads, and we are in a position where the ads will create brands. The ones who waited for this and placed them day one are ahead of the game. There will shortly be a brand war in the ads, and they will take the restrictions to the limit to make waves to create brand create.
That's easy for you to say, Andy.
So, brilliant comments. Now, this leads neatly into something very quickly that I wanted to sort of mention. We were going to mention this on Shenanigans last week. However, we didn't get time to, or we forgot. Probably forgot, because a fair amount of beer was consumed.
Indeed.
But the Daily Mirror, last week at some point, published a rather sensationalist, oh, that's what it is, article about are e-cigs the #1 cause of creating home fires recently. I read through the article.
That's the question, Andy. Sorry to interrupt. That is a very good question. I think we should go into that after we've taken the ads.
Okay.
Because that's something that I think chat can get really involved in.
Okay, brilliant. We'll do that then. Let's take the ads and we'll come back to it.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Award-winning service and products from cloud9vaping.co.uk. It appears we may have a technical hiccup. Hopefully, somebody can tell me if we're still live.
Hello?
Hello.
Well, I can hear you. I don't know if we're live.
Well, it says live in the corner, so...
I better hide the Matt and Keeney again, then, haven't I?
Yes. Yes, we are still live. Brilliant. Fantastic. Awesome. Okay. Right. So, sorry about that, sponsors. We are on top of that, and we'll obviously continue on unabashed. So, the Daily Mirror. E-cigs, are they the main cause of house fires in the UK? Interestingly enough, they had a little vote at the end of it. Now, chat, do you... Let's do the vote here live on chat. Do you think e-cigs, on the whole, bearing in mind newbie starters who aren't probably quite aware of as lot, are the cause of fires in the UK, house fires. Mark?
Me? No. I honestly don't think so. What I think it comes down to, the end users, as opposed to the actual products. I think the end users are really to blame, personally.
Davey?
No. I don't think e-cigs are the cause of fires, or the main cause of an increase in house fires. They've been saying for many, many years now that people fall asleep smoking cigarettes, falls on the floor, house fire. Gas fires, barbecues, they're much more the cause of house fires than e-cigs.
Well, funnily enough, lads, I actually took part in the vote, and then it brought up the result at that particular point, which was quite late in the night, Saturday night. And 70% of Daily Mirror readers agree. It really does come down to what I've colloquially called human stupid. You know, as Mark Shaw says, I'd say they're on par with most other chargeable products. I mean, if you get it wrong, it's going to go postal. Well, if you get it really wrong, 9 times out of 10, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't necessarily go postal, it just stops working. But so, interestingly enough, 70% of the people who took that poll, reading the Daily Mirror online or whatever, bam, they actually agree. Which to me is a little glimmer of hope. A little flicker of light at the end of the tunnel. Because that says to me that the populace, the human populace at large, from that particular, let's face it, all papers have a fan base, right? From that particular fan base of that particular paper, are saying, well, no, they're not.
Well, Moonlit has just said, let's see, electrical fires, kitchen fires, cigarette fires, arson, or a few odd e-cigs going pop. Exactly.
Moonlit, mate. Well done. Exactly. It was. I mean, it's just something I wanted to throw in there. What with all this furore over the advertising, sensationalist media. Now, I really, really, really hope all the people that were interviewing all the guys today are watching this. Let's get journalism back on a more honest keel. Let's not sensationalise things, right? If an e-cig does go pop, let's report on it responsibly, okay? Let's not do what Loose Women did today. Let's look at it, let's be objective and go, well, it could be misconstrued as a little bit naughty. Oh, it's going out at 9 PM after the watershed. Well, clearly it's not intended for children to see, is it? Clearly.
Precisely. I mean, that's the other point. It's going out after the watershed. So it's not aimed at under 18s. And if an under 18, I think this was actually mentioned on the Loose Women segment, that if a child is watching after the watershed, then it's the parents' responsibility. And so they should be blamed.
If I can just add, Andy, you say you're basically saying for papers to stop sensationalizing, the e-cig fires. But what you and I both noticed that the trend is actually starting to shift. They're actually reporting more factual. More and more, do I actually see like fire departments actually saying, what the actual cause of those e-cig going bang, and 9 times out of 10. It's going to be wrong chargers. So I actually think they're already taking that step to lessen the sensationalism of these articles.
Links nicely into a lovely comment from Nikki RY4. Going to sleep with a lit cigarette or a pipe is causing more dads presenters on TV. What? But the end is
no, that's another comment, mate.
Anyway, presenters on TV ought not to declare their feelings on e-cigs without being a user or relatively relevantly educated. Now, ironically, Judy Finnegan, in my opinion, did say something good.
She did, yes.
She had friends use them and have successfully stopped using tobacco, using them, but then went on to completely fluff it up by going, yeah, I agree, it does look a little bit pornographic with the 10-inch penis. Where, Judy, where? You know, of course, I mock. But there was that tiny little glimmer, and as Mark said, there is a shift. It's becoming more and more apparent as time goes by. And I think what that is a result of all you lot. Yes, you, I'm pointing at you, except you over there, because you look like a badger. But you, all you lot, seriously, all the work we've been doing as a conglomerate, a community, it looks like it's starting to pay off. And that lifted my spirit a little bit today. And I've got to admit, I had a little tear welled up in my eye.
You big baby.
Shut up, you.
No, I agree with you. There is a shift. There is a shift. And I think, yes, I completely agree with you. It's because of what we've all been doing. We've all been just educating people and getting the word out there that this is a good thing. It's the public health people, those who are in charge of public health, who are doing all the scaremongering. We're the ones that are saying, shut up, listen to us, because we're using them and it works. So where's the problem? I mean, Dave Dawn, are you still with us? I'm not sure. What do you think about the whole thing?
Well, yes, the grandees, I think you refer to, or as I refer to them these days, the public health grandees, a phrase from my friend Clive Bates. Look, they're ideologues. There's this whole notion that people using substances in order to enjoy themselves is a bad thing. Until you point out and ask the question of one of these ideologues, what would your favourite colour of wine be? And in that colour, what would be your favourite grape, not vape. I auto-corrected myself. It's canny this, you know.
That's what happens when you use a Mac.
Exactly right. And then you would also ask them, and when it comes down to coffee, have you ever tasted the Coffee Luau? You know, the civet shit coffee? Because that's marvellous. Oh, yes, I've had that. I've had marvellous. I had that at the Ritz, you know. It's delightful. Yes, lovely. And when you go out for a drink with your girlfriend, you know, what kind of flavours do you like? And you get, all right, I absolutely love a bubblegum vodka. It's the most adult flavour I've ever had. And when you point this out to them, they suddenly start to think, and it's kind of, actually, yes, I use caffeine all the time. I get tea and coffee down my neck all the time. I'll have a glass of wine with me meal. And slowly but surely, some of the grandees, at any rate, are coming round. And the ones that don't make bigger fools of themselves every time they open their mouths, because they'll come up with something ludicrous. And my feeling is, if we give them enough rope, they'll not only hang themselves, but they'll take their friends with them, especially if they happen to have too many tipples of a Saturday night and get on Twitter.
So there you go, ladies and
gentlemen. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's all start buying stock in rope shares and start going out with politicians. Right. Shall we stick a pin in that one for now, because we're halfway through middle section, and we were going to do other stuff, but Davey, over to you, son.
What am I talking about, Nana?
Oh. I swear to God, I'm going to slap you so hard your ass be whistling Dixie.
No, but let's face it. I mean, we had the whole show planned over the weekend. We had a list of things that we were going to do. And then this happened today, and it's all changed.
Indeed.
So, what am I talking about now? Where am I going?
I'll
tell you what.
Well, look at the chat. Look over here. There. That bit.
Where?
This thing here, the white line at the side.
Right, on the other side. Right, you're pointing the wrong side.
That side. Admonish me.
Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. Okay, we're gonna revisit labelling because it's something again we've spoken about before.
Go on.
All right, forget it. Go on.
Let's do the labelling thing. Let's do it. Go. It's a subject. Do it before I.
My screen is all the way over there. I have to lean really close to see what the chat is saying. Okay. So I'm going to do labelling now. Anyway, I was in contact recently with an old friend of mine. I haven't seen her for about 18 years, and it turns out she works for a vaping company.
Ah, cool.
And so I thought, right, I'm going to check this company out, have a look, see what they're all about. And she was saying in the chat that the only thing they're really focused on is getting people off the ciggies, and they're really serious about that. So I thought, okay, let's have a look. And they're selling Ego-style batteries, CE4s. They do sell disposables as well. And they're selling e-liquids. So I thought, right, I'm not going to buy an Ego CE4. I'm going to buy some liquid and see if they are serious about this. So I bought some apple liquid, and this is how it came. And this box, first of all the warnings on it. Tactile label. It's got the address, it's got a phone number, it's got the web address. So straight away I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty good. Open up the box, on the lid, batch number. So it's traceable. You know where it's coming from. And then the bottle itself, all the warnings, tells you everything you need to know on it. And to me, that is the perfect bottle of juice, because it has everything you need to know on it. It's got all the contact information. It's got where it's coming from. So to me, they are serious. Now, this was quite expensive. It's $9.99 for 15 mils. So it's a bit much. But the only wrong thing with this is it doesn't tell you the PG-VG ratio. And I prefer high VG, sorry, because I'm quite intolerant to PG. So I'd like to know that information, but otherwise, that is good. And this company has only been going for about a year. So I think that is brilliant.
Okay. Well, I mean, I saw the company name on the box, and it's personally, now this is on a personal level, has brought back a lot of bad memories, because I've had dealings with representatives, shall we say, of this company in my hometown, obviously before the move, and the experiences were anything but positive. I mean, I'll try and be nice, so I'm going to keep that short. Because I've ranted and raved about this particular company quite a lot in the past. I
remember.
Yeah.
No, carry on, man. Carry on.
Oh, am I allowed to rant?
You can rant, but don't swear.
Okay.
Keep it out in the blurb, man. Just.
Yeah, okay. So the main rep I've had a lot of dealings with, basically clearly uneducated on the product, was very pushy with his views, and then the more I sort of like press them on whether or not they're actually following some of the guidelines with a certain trade association they're a member of, I eventually got him to a breaking point, really, and true colours show when someone's angry.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Basically, I remember this really well because obviously Mark is one of my closest friends, and he rang me up, and I remember he was in such a state as well. Mark can take things too hard. I'm sorry about saying that publicly, but
no, it's cool, man. I have no problem admitting this.
Right, okay. Mark takes things to heart real bad, right, sometimes. And he was, I swear to God, he was close to angry tears on the phone that afternoon. I'm like, dude, what's up, bro? And it's just like, oh my God. But strange though, how we get this flip side, and that you, Davey, are really, really happy with the labelling, but you dealt with the website, yes?
Yes, that's right, yeah. But I also know someone who works there, so there could have been that aspect involved.
Interesting. We shall plot anew and come back to this, I think, many, many times over, because we're rubbish at getting material, frankly. Well, Davey is, I'm yeah, whatever, man. Just because you've been productive. I've got the same amount of kids. Whatever. Ransom.
What the hell was that?
I have no idea. It's been a long day.
Tell me about
it. So, again, talking of labelling, Nova Mary Juice. Now this at the moment, I got to admit, and I'm sure Mark will agree, is absolutely blissful.
Very much so. I'm on it right now as we speak.
So am I. In fact, I've killed yet another bottle. And again, American Juice. Tick a few boxes though. It's got the skull and crossbones and the over 18s, and I can see where the 6 milligram mark is, as opposed to the other American Juice that I have here on the table going, put the name here with it. But again, lid comes off too easy, pipette, and no tactile triangle. So perhaps we should be talking to our American friends, just like these guys do, about getting that labelling right. So, moving on. Comments. What? MSDS sheet for e-liquid would make amusing reading now. Okay. I don't know.
That would be the materials safety data sheet.
Yes.
Thank you.
Which would make very interesting reading now, because of course there's a reclassification going on.
Yes, there is.
And the likes of the skull and crossbones and the raised triangle and all of that kind of stuff may no longer be necessary.
Yes, I spoke to Tim Boniface about this a long, long time ago, and I'm of the opinion that potentially they should stay, or at least a tactile triangle at the very, very least.
I think the tactile triangle and the no
under
18s, they should stay. But I think the skull and crossbones, I don't think that's necessary anymore.
Well, perhaps I'll look back into last comment. Some of these toxic labels and warnings are stopping smokers from switching.
Well, if you look at some of the comments that come on various different news stories on the likes of the BBC, Have Your Say, and the various different newspaper websites that allow comments, and you get people coming in saying if you look at the warning labels, they're more dangerous than fags, and it's kind of, you don't see any of that on a packet of cigarettes. There's no toxicity warning labels. There's no raised triangle. There's none of that.
But what you get instead is like all these pictures of like blackened lungs, severed throats, people lying on the morgue table, all the rest of it.
Yeah, that kids like to collect so that they make the full set.
Oh, yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, it's not the fact of the matter, in my humble or otherwise opinion, given that we know it's out there, everybody knows e-cigs are so much less risky and hazardous than ordinary tobacco cigs. If ordinary tobacco cigs do not require raised triangles and toxicity warnings and all of that kind of stuff, the warnings on the packets are not to warn about toxicity, they are to stop you from smoking. It's a completely different thing. But folks see on a bottle of e-juice all of these skull and crossbones and all of these warnings, the same kind of thing that you would see on a big packet of paracetamol or any other over-the-counter drug that stands a chance of killing you if you get too much. They take one look at that and go, nah, I'll stick with the fags. They're safer, man. They haven't got all of that on. And it does. It can put a lot of people off, and I see this in comments all the time.
I've seen it physically, Dave.
Yeah.
Working in the industry, people pick up a bottle of. I have got a chip compliant bottle, and they pick up a bottle and go, oh, well, what's all this about? And I'm like, chip compliancy and CLP. And of course, to most newbies, which I deal with exclusively, they don't know that. That is a really, really interesting point, and I've never actually thought about that, Dave. Perhaps if these anti-tobacco lobbyists really want cigarette use stopped, and this toxicity stuff is stopping people taking a vape, switch around.
I think personally, I mean, like Dave mentioned, obviously we've got this potential reclassification process going through. Going back to this particular bottle, I think the state of California should really rethink some of the things that they're putting on things.
Oh, well, let's not go into that now. We haven't got time to do that now. We do need to run the ads though, guys.
Yes.
So can we do that? Whoever's doing it, please.
Run VT.
Healthy Vape, UK purveyor of e-cigarettes and e-liquids. Proud sponsors of vaping entertainment on Vapor Trails TV.
RY4 Radio.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the room once again for your viewing vaportainment pleasure. Okay, so e-liquids, awesome. Fags, bad. Are we going to do the T5 or what was with the shenanigans thing?
Well, we'll do the T5 another time.
Okay. So in which case then we've just lost an entire slot of the stuff. So let's do the
We've
roundup.
only got 10 minutes left anyway, so
Exactly.
I think we can fill that.
Let's do the roundup for the week. Davey, over to you.
Roundup for the week. We have a video for it, don't we? So I don't need to do it.
I've been told to pick up an axe.
That was a guitar axe.
You utter numpty.
You know, blacksmith first. I hear axe and I go, weapons?
Then you call yourself How the hell do you mind playing a bloody guitar on an axe like that?
Simple. It's Andy.
I mean, the idea was to make it look like you were playing the music.
I think everyone but Andy got that. Gee.
No, actually, in Andy's defense, it wasn't just him that thought axe. And I'm a musician.
We both are.
I despair. I really do despair. What?
Yeah, you and me both. Oops, what happened there?
David, behave.
What am I doing, like?
What?
What are you doing? Andy, what the hell have you just...
I don't know, it's all got to pot, so I thought I'd roll with it.
You just put something on your chin. What the hell was that?
I know, and it said my name on it and everything. It said Andrew. Anybody calls me Andrew, I will kill you.
All right.
Okay,
Looking at you.
Andrew, no worries.
Mina, don't call him Andrew. Andrew will not call you Andrew. It's all right, Andrew. Don't worry about it, Andrew. It's fine.
We'll just call Andrew Foofy.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Or Andrew.
Or
David, you
things that aren't, yeah.
Are you renaming the show to the Mina and Foofy Fake Fag Show?
We should do that for 1 week. Absolutely, we should do that for 1 week. 1 week only. A Foofy Fake Fag Show.
Next week, it's Mina and Foofy's Fake Fag Fest.
Yes.
Oh, talking about tomorrow isn't Marco van Basten, by the way. Did you know?
We do know. Yes, it is you tomorrow night.
It's me tomorrow night. Yes.
Thursday.
Yes, Marco's on Thursday, and it's me tomorrow night. There may or may not be Keithiness.
Oh.
But there will be a very long report from the knees mate. The knees mate!
I was so gutted I couldn't make it, man. My lift just didn't contact me, and I was like, "You're a poopy head."
We were gutted as well.
No, you weren't, Dave.
Yeah, we were.
You were pleased.
No. I was abject. I was inconsolate. I was indoctrinated. I was incontinent. I missed it.
Who? I saw the pictures, David.
Yes, Andrew?
I saw some pictures, and you were not consolable.
I was inconsolable. I was incontinent. I was in coprophagy. I was all over the place.
Yeah, I noticed that bit.
But the good news is I got me mitts on a DNA 40. Tune in tomorrow.
Oh, I've got one on pre-order.
See, now I've got my DNA. Oh, you're all poopy.
Was it a good meet though, Dave?
It was a fabulous meet. It was absolutely glorious. It was really good. I enjoyed it terrifically. I picked up a dripping atomizer. You'll be pleased to hear, Andy.
Good man.
I shall demonstrate. Daz, my dear boy, if you would blue box, I've been learning how to use it. Here we go. Are you watching? Are you watching? Watch.
Got ya.
Is that how you do it, Andy?
Something like, yeah. But you know, we could just
Oh.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Christmas special. Dave Dawn, Mark Dubinowski, and the Fury Cloud Comp.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm going to stay out of it because I can't do that.
The question is, Dave, have you cut down your nicotine on the dripper, or are you still up in there?
That was 36 milligram.
Yeah, but you're a psychopath.
No. Look, I'm not red and I'm not made of concrete, so I can't be a psychopath.
That was poor.
Wrong show, David.
Sorry.
Saturday night we do crap joke corner.
On Saturday night.
On Saturday night. Well, Saturday night is a crap joke.
Oh.
Okay, guys, we've got 4 minutes.
Ding!
Remember, after every single VaporTrails.tv show, there is an RY4.com radio show. And tonight it's Reggie, this Honky Tonkin. Tomorrow night it will be, of course, the ubiquitous Rob Taylor with his heavy metal. Wednesday is our very own Nikki with her juicy bits. Giggity, giggity. Thursday, I'm not sure if it's Bobo or not, but normally it's Bobo. Friday, though, this week, there's no lock-in. Yes, Bobo is doing this Thursday, and he's also doing Friday with a War of the Worlds special, which I will be tuning into with gusto, because I love War of the Worlds. Saturday night is Saturday set with Gaz, and of course Sunday it's me, and then it brings us back round to Monday, which of course it's me again, so you can't bloody well get rid of me, because I'm also on a Saturday on mrdesvapor.co.uk with Take It Mark.
Mr. Desvapor, Saturday Shenanigans.
Thank you very much, Mark. And yeah, guys, we've finished early.
We have.
Dun, dun.
To go.
I had actually heard, Andy, that was a problem that your wife had been complaining about.
Oh!
Zing!
Well, Mr. Dawn, I was going to keep this for another show, but...
Go on.
But...
Have at it, young sir.
Young sir, I will have at it. Right.
But just while you're thinking it up, Mina, do you not think it's a little bit sad that he's had to use mascara on his tash to make it look as though it's growing faster than ours?
Oh, I'm going to get you, Dawn. I just need to find...
It's actually what he's done. When he shaved his head last time, he just stuck it on, didn't he?
Yes,
there it
Makes
is.
it look a bit better.
Let me find this shizzle dizzle. Okay? Because I need to find the right one. And I took quite a lot of these last night. So, Mr. Dawn, yeah, man. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Let me bring back the Google. Let me hit up the screen share. And let me introduce you to David Dawn.
Yeah.
Animation. I've got much better ones than that, but we can't put them on this show. So they might go out on Sunday night. So yeah, right, Dave.
I suppose you think that's funny as well, don't you?
Oh, God.
Yes, I do. Dave. Shut up, Dave.
Don't go there. Because Andy and I are going to be doing the Fovi and Mina very soon. But on that point, I think we should wrap things up. Everybody, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been a bit mad.
It's been special.
Dave Dawn for Christmas #1.
Dave Dawn for Christmas #1.
Mina and Foofy for Christmas #1 with their fake fag fest.
I'm going to have to write a song now. Right, but anyway, Mark, thank you very much for joining us. Dave, thanks for coming on. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow night. Goodbye.
Bye bye.